they'll give to me, and all I see is me looking something new. Cannot drink another soda today. This is the last one. I'll get fat. I've been working out, been losing weight, getting fucking buff again. Sucking some dick. Yo, if you say you sucking dick one more time, I'm about to let you suck on mine. Alright? Bet then, homie. Ah. No offense, but my dad said I can't talk to you anymore. Okay. Just one guy down. Girthy garlic. Yummy. What is he watching? Is he watching Animu? What? Oh, I heard about that recently. Yeah, it always seems weird to me. What? No, it's not bothering me. Why'd you leave? Oh, I don't know why I asked that. Sorry, Alex left. Hello? Oh, I'm going back. Hello? Alex said he's fixing his audio. So, but, he didn't suggest anything before that. So, I mean, when he gets back, we can play some Smash. I'm down if you want to play some. Alright, unless you have, if you have any ideas, dude, by all means. Yeah, I don't really have any ideas either. Okay. Okay. Alright. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at that, a cool Yaku. And we fucking slaughter that boy. Alex? You have any idea what you want to play, buddy? Andrew's back. Well, we said that if you didn't decide on anything, then probably either Smash or... Well, I just had the thought of Soul Calibur. Oh, okay. Yeah, what up, bruv? Are you creaming over it? Oh. Show him and tell him it's like the sixth warrior of Satan or something. And it's the devil's seventh warrior. Tell him you worship Satan, dude. Make him Make them fucking disown you. I would go the whole nine yards. I'm at that point. I'm at that point where I just want people to think I worship Satan, apparently. Oh, dude, I got an argument with George that was pretty interesting. It was about... Hold on. There we go. Let me go see what the fuck Joanna wants before I get into this conversation. I know what she wants. She's gonna ask me to go to Taco Bell. Really not feeling that. Okay, sorry, I went to go get some lasagna because I was hungry. So, did you guys play? Huh? Oh yeah, no. I'm still playing some Smash. Alex, are you down? You never told me. Alex. Did he tell you he was going? I don't have a message from him. Oh, Alex. Let's see, I was talking to him or something. Well, anyway, basically what happened was we were talking, and he was like, or I told him, I was like, you know, well, I don't know how we actually got on the subject, but I told him that, like, I'm trying to remember where it started so we can, like, go from there. Oh, it started off with, like, with, like, the talk of, like, why is your religion better than anybody else's, and that's all I thought. So I just know. Oh, no, we were talking about the Da Vinci Code, that's what it was. And we were talking, he was like, sorry, I made lasagna in between. Oh, it's hot. But we were talking about the Da Vinci Code, and I was like, you know, it was based off an actual theory that, I mean, there was a book about it, about, like, how Jesus was, like, you know, thought to maybe have had not only sex with, or sex in marriage, but to have a child with Mary Magdalene. And he was like, that's just silly. And I'm like, well, it's not really that silly. I mean, I don't believe it, but I also, you know, don't believe Jesus was the Son of God, you know. And I told him, I was like, for all intents and purposes, I believe that Jesus probably existed. And I think he might have even been a good dude, but I don't think he was the Son of God. And he was like, see, and that's where you lose me. And I was like, well, I mean, and I was like, but, I mean, anybody could say they're the Son of God. I mean, that's what I don't understand. But you don't believe the miracles in the Bible? Well, no. And he was like, and then he tried to turn it around on me, which I thought was hilarious. He was like, so what you're telling me is that you don't believe what you can't see? And I'm like, nope, it's not what I said at all. That's not what I'm saying at all, because I completely understand that there are, like, you know, right, there we have concepts of atoms and oxygen molecules and, you know, all this shit. Yeah, that are provable without being seen. Yeah, which is fucking dumb. I love it when like Christians will be like, well, you breathe in air, don't you? Well, yeah, but you can actually tell that air's a thing. Like we can change pressures. We can, you know, we can tell that as we get higher in mountains, it becomes more and more, or less thin, or no, more thin. Sorry, thinner. Jesus Christ, I'm stupid. I'm trying to focus on the game and talk. I'm about to get off this. Let me just find a save point real quick. Okay, let me message Alex and ask him what the fuck's going on. What the fuck is going on? Okay. And then, but yeah, no, and then we went from that. But then he was like, well, that's just, like, talking about the Da Vinci Code thing. He was like, well, that's just ridiculous. And I'm like, what? I was like, that's not really ridiculous. And he was like, yeah, it is. And I was like, no, it's not. How is it ridiculous for people to think that a man who hung out with prostitutes, you know, or with a prostitute that he favored, wasn't fucking her? I didn't say fucking because I was trying to be nice to him. And then he was like, well, he was the Son of God. He didn't have. He said he hung out with murderers and thieves too. And I'm like, that doesn't mean you're gonna fucking murder somebody. That's not as much of a temptation as temptation of the flesh. And I even countered it. I even countered it with, you know, even me. You know, I was like, whenever I was, you know, younger, I didn't really have a lot of sexual temptation because I hadn't had sex, and I was like, you know, a proclaimed holy person. So I understand he could be more resistant to it, but even everybody at some point breaks, you know. And I said again, I don't believe that he had sex with her because there's no evidence to, you know, corroborate that, but it is possible. You know. I mean, he was a human, right? I mean, he may have been God in the flesh to you, but he was also a human. And that's something that Christians don't deny. And it even says in the Bible that he had temptations, so. Anyway, then, go ahead. No, go ahead. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go ahead, add your commentary. You don't have to. I wasn't meaning that sarcastically, I was meaning seriously, like. Well, yeah. And you know what? I don't even have a problem with that. The only thing I have a problem with is the fact that it's like, well, why do you believe this? Oh, because the Bible says it. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, well, no. Oh, no, that was another thing we talked about, dude. He said, well, let me see, make sure I'm not skipping anything before I talk about this part. Oh, he said he forgot he had push to talk on. Oh, so he's not, okay, so he went to the bathroom, he's probably hanging out or shitting or something. And, but anyway, damn it, there's a rare monster in here. I want to play. Well, I gotta finish the conversation, but anyway, anyway. So after that, you know, he said, I just feel sorry for you, brother. And I was like, no, George. I was like, I feel bad for you. I was like, you're indoctrinated in this belief that, you know, I was like, it is equivalent to me. Oh, well, okay. Let me go in order of what was said because now I'm remembering it a little bit more clearly. So he was like, I'm just thankful that my grandmother sat me down when I was like 6 or 7, and I was like, yeah, right, that's an indoctrination age. And then he said, and she just told me about hell and scared me to death. And I said, you don't see a problem with that? And he's like, well, if you love somebody, shouldn't you want to save them from hell? I'm like, no, that's not love, George. That's what I'm telling you. Like, that would be the equivalent of me telling Dahlia, like, if you ever break my rules, I'm gonna make you suffer. That's so fucked up. Like, nothing about that is okay. And the fact that people think that's love, I said, if God is real, that makes him a fucking asshole. I didn't say asshole. I said that makes him a fucking. That makes him a bully. That makes him a tyrant. And that's just, and I told him, he was like, I was like, you know, if I have to go to the gates of heaven and I have to explain why I didn't believe, then I'm gonna say that shit right there. I'm gonna say that you know, fuck you, dude. Like, you let people get brutally raped and murdered and then blame it on the innocent people themselves. Like, sorry, you guys shouldn't suck so much, and I would intervene and shit like that. Like, fuck you, absolutely fuck you. I would rather be in hell if people like that are in heaven that think that's okay. Right. Right. Yep. And that's so disgusting. Like, to me, and like something that Christians say a lot that just disgusts me is when they're like, well, there's tons of good people going to hell. That's stupid. Why should they go to hell? Yeah, like, why should they fucking go to hell? If all, and I told him something, I don't remember, because he believes that once you're truly saved, you're always saved. And I'm like, why do you believe that's a thing? Like, that just means that people can fucking go and do whatever the fuck they want after they're saved. Yeah. No, yeah, that's what I told him. That's what I told him. I was like, I made a joke about, like, or he was like, what did he say? He said, you know, I do believe that you're gonna go up the gates and you're gonna answer for everything you've done in your life. And it's like, but it doesn't matter. And I told him, I was like, but it doesn't matter because I was saved, so I still get in. He can lecture me all he wants. So I guess I'm good. You know. Yeah, exactly. That's what I told him. I can tell I'm starting to like fuck with him a little bit because he keeps looking for ways to get out of the conversation now. Like every time somebody walks in, he'll like, oh hey, what's up? And like he'll just look for a way, and then he'll like change the subject and stuff. And I'm like, because it makes him uncomfortable at this point. Well, like, and you know, I don't want to do that to him. I'm not trying to like ruin his religion. I'm just trying to get him to not say that he can't make fun of other people's religions and then like, yeah, exactly, yeah. My big thing is if people can come in and say how they, you know, worship God and stuff like that, then I can say that I don't worship God, and that shouldn't be seen as like an abhorrent act. Yeah, that's pretty much my opinion on that. Like, I don't know. I don't see how you can say that you love somebody and then you're like, if you don't do this, fuck you. It's not even being a good part. Like, I don't know. It just irritates me. It irritates me. I find myself hating Christianity more and more as I like progress through my like atheism, and I don't want to be one of those, like, you know, that's my personality, is hating Christianity. But as I get older, I hate it more and more. Yeah, exactly. And I try not to be that person, but every time I think about it, it just makes me so angry that these people think they're so right and that everybody else is beneath them because they don't know the truth. And it's like, how do you know the truth? It doesn't. I saw this TikTok. It was hilarious. It was kind of sad because it's, you know, real, but it's called the like Forbidden Mormon Tapes or Banned Mormon Tapes or something, and it's like a literal educational video on how black people came about. Yeah, have you seen it? The one where it's like basically they're in a pantheon, like the what do you call it? Like the Greek and Roman gods, you know. They're in like a little pantheon, all sitting there, and Lucifer rebels against God or Jesus, I don't know. And then yeah. And then people who didn't do anything, people who didn't help, you know, either side, they got cast down to the earth as the quote unquote Negro race. and then what was the other one? And then the people who aided against Lucifer's rebellion came down with pale, lucid white skin. Fucking wild, man. Oh yeah. But you know, that's another thing I brought up to Jordan. I was like, you know, you always quote the Bible and shit, but like, think about it. This pissed me off. He said, well, you know, the thing is you could obviously tell Joseph Smith was lying about this because he said only he could see the tablets or whatever. In Christianity, you have the Ark of the Covenant. We can all see it. We just don't know where it is. What? That's just a different fucking excuse. Then it's not there. Or people can. He said people can still go to the top of that mountain where Moses made the tablets and see it. No, they can't. I've literally never heard of anybody doing that. Well, yeah, God struck the lightning. Yeah, he didn't say that. I said that. That was me misspeaking. Yeah. He says, oh, that's visible. First of all, if the Ark of the Covenant can't be found, there's no proof that it exists. Shut up. Yeah. Well, no, and like you know that like there have been so many people that look for the Ark and they always end up finding it, quote unquote, and people like scientists will test it and it's like, oh no, this is like driftwood from like 20 years ago, like that's it. Okay. Oh, are you gonna play Smash with us? You never said anything. Nice. Okay, well, let me, I'm getting out of this right now. I'm just doing a rare monster den. I'm at the egg parmesan. Okay, I'm about to, but yeah, no, it just, I don't know, man. I always want to vent about this, and I think you're the only person that understands. Because it pisses me off, just irritates me to my fucking core, to my death core. But I don't know. Yeah, I mean, bro. No, I'll straight up tell my family to fuck off if they can't accept me, like, not believing something for a valid reason, then, yeah, Steve, my stepdad got on to my son today because he wanted to get his fingernails painted. He only said it one time, or else, he didn't say faggot, he just said, you're gonna paint his nails, Christy? That's my mom. Really? And, yeah, she said, yeah. And then that was the end of it. If he would have said anything else, I would have went off. Because he's already told me that, like we were talking about Dahlia being gay or something, and he was like, I'd beat her ass if she was gay. And I was like, no, you wouldn't. Like, she's the same she'd be the literal same person. What's the problem? Yeah. Yeah, it's not cool at all. I don't understand that floors me. You know, I can understand, I can kind of understand like why you would be a little resistant to like transsexual or, you know, trans, because it's such a like traumatic transformation. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's easy for anybody. I mean, even me, somebody who's accepting of trans, I'm not eager. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 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 Yeah, that's what I say. Like, you know, it's not like people are like, oh, dude, I'm so fucking trans, you know, partying and shit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah, that Yeah, dude. Yeah. Why don't you just fucking do that? What's wrong with you? Silly. You silly bitch. Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Well, you have a half sister too? I thought you just had your one sister. Damn. Step bro, what are you doing? Oh, so you mean my brother? My brother's like 6'4". And my brother just turned 18, so. And he's in Florida with his girlfriend. I'm pretty sure you're gonna get her pregnant. I hope not too. Alright, I'm going to get smashed. Give me 1 sec. Oh, my fucking bones. Oh, yeah. Oh. Ow. Oh yeah, I stepped on a block. Or no, a crayon. It was like a fractured crayon. My son had left in it. I'm barefooted. So it just went and I said, yeet. And then I, said, walkie slide.